Hey everyone, welcome back to our React series. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful feature of React custom hook. Have you ever found yourself repeating logic across multiple components? Well, custom hooks help you extract and reuse logic efficiently, making your React code cleaner and more maintainable. By the end of this session, you will understand why we use custom hook, how to create and use them, some real-world example like handling state, fetching data, and local storage. So let's get started. So first of all, what are React custom hooks? Custom hooks are JavaScript functions that start with use and allow us to encapsulate reusable logic in a single place. Here you can see they help in code reusability, avoiding writing the same logic multiple times, and keep components focused on UI, move logic into separate functions, share states logic across components without higher order components or render props. So let's create our first custom hook. So here you can see a custom hook is a simply a JavaScript function that start with use and can use other hook inside it. So let's start a simple use counter hook that helps manage a counter with increment, decrement, and reset function. Here you can see here step one, like define the hook here, and here you can see we have a import React functions use counter. Here we use a initial value equals to 0. Here we use increment and decrement. Here we use a count reset, and here we use a return statement. Now we copy this code. First we create here a file name like use counter.js. Now here we paste this. So here we save this, and now here is the second step, like a counter component.js here, and here we use a import react from react, and here we import use counter from use counter, and here we use a function counter components, and here we use a count, increment, decrement, and reset, and here we use a counter file. Here we use a div, and here you can see we have a h1, and here we have a three buttons, like first for increment, second for decrement, and third for reset. Now we copy this code, and here we create a new file, counter component. Now you can see here we paste this code, and here you can see here we have a import react use counter. Here is the buttons, and here is h1. We save this. Now in app.js, use here a counter. Here we use a counter component. We save this. You can see here we have a count 5, and here we use an increase, here we use a decrease, and here we use a reset button. Now we decrease. Now you can see. Now let's build a use fetch hook to handle API requests efficiently. Here you can see we have a step one, like define the hook use fetch.js, and here we are creating a use fetch hook. Here we have a fetches data from a given URL, manage loading and error states, and uses use effect to fetch data when the URL changes. Here is the first step. We create first a use fetch.js, and here we use this code. We copy this code, and here we create use fetch.js. We save this. Here is the step 2, using use fetch in a component, and here we use a fetching a list of user list.js. Now here we have a import react, and here we use a use fetch, and here we have a use fetch. Now you can see here we have a URL. First we copy this URL and show you in the next step. Now you can see we have a ID name linear gram. Now you can see here we have a Brad username, email address, phone, websites, ID too. So here we have lots of information of user. Now we copy this code, and here we create a new file. Use a user.list.js. So take here user list. Save this. Now you can see here we have a name Cram, Aaron Howell, Clement Clouds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names. Now you can see here we use see the fact to sponsor. Okay, network response was not okay. Now you can see here we have a data loading error, and here we use a export default use fetch. Now here we use a set loading true, and here you see data.map user. We save this. You can see we have a Lenin Graham, Erwin Howell, Clementine, Bouch, Patrick. Here we have a 10 names. You can see here we have ID1. We have 10 ID here. Now here we use only a name. Now we take here we have a username. Now we use here a username. Now we save this. You can see here we have a username like Brad, Atomy, Samantha, Karyana. Now here we have a website okay, we don't take a website here. Okay, we take a website like here we use a website username user.website. We save this. I can see here is the held guard organizations and str.net LPs, so it's working properly. So friends, need to store data persistently in the browser. Let's create a use local storage hook. So here is the step one. Define the hook. Use local storage.js. Now we first we create this file here. Now we use here. Now here we have a code like import use stored. Here we use a function like use local storage, and here we give a key and initial value. We copy this code and paste it here. Now we save this. Now here we have a second step like use it in a component, and here we use a name server.js file. Now first we create a name server.js file, and we copy this code and paste it here. Now we save this. Now here we use our name server. We save this. You can see here we have a input. Now we use this Amir. Now you can see here is store name. Here we use a Sake. Now you can see here we store a name. You can see if we refresh this now, data still. Let's see the best practices for custom hooks. So first is always start function names with user. Keep hooks focused on a single responsibility. Use existing hooks inside custom hook. Use state, use effect, and etc. Ensure hooks are usable across multiple components. That's how wrap custom hooks make React web development faster, cleaner, and more efficient. Start using them in your project today. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.